Hello everyone, welcome back to All Patched Up, and yes, you did read the thumbnail correctly. We have got a patch for Batman Arkham Knight, but it might not be the one you were looking for. I am going to stick a section in at the end as well, recommending patches for games that I've played recently that we haven't covered on the channel. We'll also have a look at a couple of other games. Let me know down in the comments any that you've been keeping your eye out on. We've had some good patches actually. And as always, go save yourself a bit of bunts over at SwitchUp.gg, where you get 5% in cash back on every little bit you spend. So which games have been patched up? Well, my name's Mark Walker, welcome back to SwitchUp. Now let's find out. A big thanks to Aniba who have sponsored this one. This is quite cool. It's a company I've used for a while. It's a place where you can go to buy your online game keys, and they're actually running a giveaway at the moment for Black Friday where they're giving away a Dell Alienware gaming monitor, and they've said we can give it away to one of you, which is pretty damn sweet. Obviously it's in their benefit as well. There's a link in the description and the top pinned comment if you'd like to enter, with the aim hopefully of driving you to their website as well and getting you to have a look at some of the offers that they have. You can buy games on most of the different platforms, things like Steam, Xbox, PSN. They usually have discounts on there as well, but you don't need to buy anything or do anything like that to enter their giveaway. So yeah, if you're listening and you're that person who has a rubbish TV or monitor for their gaming, this might be one for you. All the links and that to Aniba will be down in the description. That little sweepstake, whatever you want to call it, goes on until the 4th of December. And a massive thank you to Aniba for sponsoring this episode. Now, if you weren't aware, Batman Arkham Knight is a complete mess if you try and play it on Nintendo Switch 1. Switch 2 saw performance manage to almost lock out at 30 frames per second. You're hearing a lot of almosts here because it's just not great. It really isn't. And when you get in the Batmobile, it's a mess. The main issue for a lot of players though was that by the time they reached the end of the game, there was a Riddler puzzle that you couldn't get past, so you literally could not finish the game at all. Now strangely, we have had a new patch for the game come out, so I was keen to see if it would affect performance. It doesn't. I'll say that straight away, it doesn't, and I'm surprised it doesn't, but also not surprised. They've done the bare minimum to stop themselves getting in trouble, which is to make sure that the games they're selling actually are completable. I should imagine as they've been selling it at such high discounts, lots of players have reached the end and gone, hang on, I can't actually finish this. But there is a smidgen of hope, I guess, that we may eventually see that fabled Switch 2 performance patch, but this is not it, sadly. Next up, we've got everyone's favourite, and it's No Man's Sky. It wouldn't be right, I don't think, at this stage for it not to have been updated. But we have the Breach update release now, which adds in space wrecks, so massive abandoned large ships that you can go and scavenge, explore them with your mates. Those wrecks will also unlock rare ship parts. They introduced what are known as the Purple Star solar systems, so they're basically more exotic star systems. They've got more extreme terrain. I guess they're just a bit more interesting. You can also encounter and explore derelict Corvette shipwrecks that will just be drifting through space. And the way that you build ships as well has seen some improvements. And of course, it wouldn't be an update worth its salt if it didn't have some form of stability updates. So there have been a number of bug fixes, and I'm told it is more stable than ever before. I'm sure the developers won't mind me being brutally honest and saying that Spindle's launch wasn't the best. The main reason for it was the performance of, well, the Switch 1 version, but also the Switch 2 version. They all ran terribly at launch. Like, it was stuttery, couldn't maintain 30 frames per second. It was very glitchy, and we had a few patches come out, one that was supposed to fix the game, but it didn't. The performance was still really bad, and I've been waiting behind the scenes to see if they could finally get it all sorted. And yeah, patch 1.0.4 just came out, and I've booted it up, and it is night and day improvement on Switch 2. You can go into the menu now and unlock the frame rate, so it can go up to 60 FPS. I can see the occasional dip, and I know you're probably looking at this game going, of course that runs at 60, but yeah, it didn't. And it's such a shame because it's brilliant. You play as the new Death, and you've got a little companion that's a piggy. It's a bit of a Zelda-like, but with quite a dark twist. It's got some great bosses in here. It's got things like fishing as well, but it really deserves more attention. It got no attention at all, probably because most people that like played it and thought, okay, is this something I want to spend the next 10-15 hours reviewing, didn't have a great experience, like so bad you wouldn't even want to sit and play it for that long. But having played for a few hours now, a post-patch, it's much better. Really a good game. I hope some of you are charmed by it, because not only is the art style just quite unique, isn't it? It's got a really nice soundtrack. So there we have it. Spindle has been patched up. Not perfect, but much better than it was. Next up we have Becastled. Now I did a sponsored video on this one and it is a really good game, but I did say even in the sponsored video it has crashes. So yeah, it had some serious crashes. It would crash like once per session and you'd have to kind of restart, which is just not good, is it? Now it's had version 1.3 and the developers I think have done quite a bit to improve things. I've noticed some improvements to the lighting as well. The lighting and shadows seem better than they did before, but mainly it seems more stable. Now I need to play a little bit more to just test this, but yeah, definitely more stable than it was before. The performance on Switch 2 was much better than Switch 1. You're looking at close to 60 FPS, but when your towns get very large, you will be able to bring the performance down, as you can see right here. But for a strategy game, it's more than good enough. They just need to get those mouse controls in, but yeah, they probably need a dev kit for that, which is highly unlikely at the moment the way Nintendo are going. Still, it's nice to see some improvements so far to performance. Let me know in the comments, have you been able to crash it since the update? A really cool game where during the daytime you build up your settlements and then at night time you have to defend against like these zombies or whatever they are, and they kind of dissolve by the time the sun comes up. I wonder where they got that idea. Next up, we've got Dave the Diver. Now, I love this game. It scored in the 90s, absolutely cracking. Even on Switch with a couple of performance dips, they've just released a completely free Nintendo Switch 2 version. So you can go onto the store now, download it. Here's what the game used to run like. It was pretty good. Tried to target 60 FPS, but had a few dips. And now after the update, as I'm sure you can imagine, we have a higher resolution, a much better performance across the board, very smooth gameplay indeed, and faster load times. Completely free, Nintendo. So absolutely great. Really impressed with the work the team have done there and the respect for the loyal customers that bought it on Switch 1, who in fairness probably would have paid a small fee for the upgrade because that team have just improved the experience so much since it came out. Very often for free. Yeah, happy days. So this week's recommendation then for a new game that really needs patches is a little title called Dinkum. Now I've been enjoying Dinkum a lot. It's a very fun game. It has a bit of Minecraft about it, a little Animal Crossing, and it's all blended together in a nice, almost semi-survival mix where you can play loads of you in co-op, you can LAN play, and that side of the game is great, and fair play to the developers. They just threw keys at me and were like, play the game, it's brilliant. Yeah, the game's really good, but sadly at the moment performance just is not up to scratch. I've been playing on Switch 2, and as you can see, it really does have frame pacing issues and other chugginess. Now the trailer that they've just put out for the game as well, I mean, it doesn't show any of the actual gameplay, and probably for very good reason, because the more you go on and the more complex things get, the worse the performance gets. That frame pacing stutter should not be present on Switch 2. It really shouldn't. So hopefully they can get this one patched up. But as I say, the game itself, you can have a whole lot of fun with it. There is also a demo of that one as well, so you can go try it out for yourself. Maybe I'm a bit oversensitive with these performance issues. So that's it for this episode. I hope you've really enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed making it. As I always say, do let me know new games that have been patched. It's really handy, actually. I go back to the old videos and just have a little trawl through the comments, and people are like, yeah, you should check this, check that. What do you think about old Warner Brothers releasing just the fix that makes the game actually playable? And yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of it. To our Patreons and our members and all of you, for all things Switch all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers, guys. See ya.